So, I just leveled to 99. I want to see how fast you can do 99 to 100. This is Necromancer. Nothing really crazy. Bone Spear. I just respected some levels ago. Trying out the build. This is like Lilith's wall setup. Playing on hardcore, this is why the second potion, in case you're curious. And we have a bunch of sigils here, and we're running, yeah, basically plus 10 or more levels, because you can do it easily. My prediction would be something like 45 minutes, 50 minutes or so. Depends on how much I loot, I guess, and how much I want to sort out the loot. Realistically, my setup is really good already, I don't really need to loot much. Maybe emeralds and rings would be the stuff to pick up here. Let's do a timer actually, that's a good idea. So you're right at the start of the level. Is that working? Yeah, okay, let's go. So it's 11:34, so I guess 12:20 would be a good timer. Let's see. Oh, actually, these guys are plus 9 levels, there's only a tier 54. We want to run 55 plus. So, I didn't mean like, you know, mega craft sigils or something. I just collected these sigils while running. I run most sigils, I don't really care about affixes. Crit resist is really bad. I try to dodge melee or range defenders if I can, but it doesn't really matter, honestly. This build is so powerful. It will matter on like tier 100 pushes. Or tier 100 farming, I suppose, on this build, but... I'm gonna try to pick up a bit of loot when I see something good, and I'm gonna pick up all the sigils and stuff. Yeah, this is amulet, for example. I'm probably not picking up like every single item. And it's so hard that you had done all the content in D3 in 2 weeks. I mean, going hard on a game and finishing content in 2 weeks usually means that's quite a lot of stuff to do, right? However, in D3, it was just the difficulty, I guess, of the actual content, unfortunately. That being said, I had a really good time playing this like nearly Dark Souls game at D3 launch. I think I missed one. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we did all. Okay. Frostburn. Same. First dungeon. That was 2.5 minutes, Marinas. Actually more like 2:20, I guess. Deadmans, that's not bad.
Come back and see us.
Yeah, in D3 I also didn't play that much in vanilla. The entirety of vanilla, like the first almost 3 years, I played around 800 hours, which is still not terrible. But if you compare this to like how much I played in RS, like in RS, my most played season was like around 600 hours or so. That was in season 5. And I think again I did something quite close to that in like season 26, I believe, when I did like all pushes on all classes, on all sets. Yeah, 600, 700 hours were like my most played seasons. Usually I'm not like more like 400, 500 in those like, well, I would say 3 months, but it's not 3 months, I guess, so yeah, either way. You know, it's usually around the time that I used to play. Maybe gloves I can pick up here and there when I see some. There's a little wall, yeah. And I learned way too late you have to socket a ruby and not an emerald into it. Oh, raffle and okay. Shields apparently act like armor with the gems. And I was running with thorns all the time. It's kind of funny. Not that it really matters on this character. Still using Lilith. I mean, Lilith is especially good for like pushing and stuff, not necessarily for speedrunning. Because the main advantage of Lilith's Vault is that you're basically invincible. And the thing is, you also have to hit something all the time, and that is much easier to do in a slow run than it is in a fast run, I think. Okay, in a push you might have less movement speed in your build. But on the other hand, it's much easier to, like, you know, always have a target, right? Versus here where stuff just like dies one shot. First chest, I guess you can. Oh, what about the well? Oh man, that would be beautiful, man, imagine. There's 2 chests and a well. And the other day I had this, I guess, bug. I've never seen it before. There were 2 cursed chests almost next to each other. And I could not open the first one. I didn't know why, until I completed the second one, and then I could go back and open it. So I'm pretty sure that was a bug. But I had 2 in the same dungeon, almost next to each other. Has anyone seen that? And a cursed well in the same dungeon too. Oh, the XP is flying, man. And there's also a ring. Yeah, that's good. 1 hour per 99 to 100. I think it'll be less. We're already over halfway to the first bar. So guess depends a bit on the dungeons. Not sure if Demon's Dredge is really that good actually. It's like one of the better ones. But maybe I should try more like Sarats, Uldurus. I have a bunch of these as well, I think. Check. Just found this in the last run, so I just decided to run it. What do I do after I hit 100? Usually I kill Lilith, then I do some tier 100 stuff, and experiment a bit with the build, and, you know, for example here I also try like tier 100 without hearts and all that stuff. And then next character. So that's what we are doing. I mean, in my case here I'm gonna respec to Sever, because I played most of this character actually with Sever, which I also enjoy more than Bone Spear. And then wanna do a tier 100 and Lilith actually with Sever. So that's good. That will be fun, I think. Trying to figure out how to actually not struggle mega hard on resources against the boss. Because usually my strat was with Sever, like I noticed this resource issue that it has on the boss. And my strat was just kill the boss in 3 hits. And that worked out really great, but it won't really work on Lilith, so I need to figure something out. But yeah, maybe we can make it work with like double resource aspect with Torment and Exposed Flash or so. Although, I'm not sure what Exposed Flash on Sever. Doesn't have that crazy lucky hit compared to Bone Spear. Bone Spear has an insane lucky hit. So it kind of works here. Yeah, Necro is lacking really hard in both defense and resource aspects. There's like no choices really. Like especially defense is a joke. You have a Disobedience, okay, no brainer. And then you have, I don't know, maybe Might. But it's a big maybe because, I don't know, I press my left click exactly once in like most of the dungeons, and none at all in a dungeon like this here, because, well, there's no boss. I don't need a corpse, so I don't press reap. So might is kind of like stretching it. I guess other builds might do it more often. Barb double swing is OP. Yeah, I think stacking up infinite damage in AoE is pretty OP actually, that's true. Hey, border. Yeah, find a man down. Yeah, I already rendered like 6 man down rings or something. I still have like 1 or 2 in the stash, I think. I'm not really planning to play it though. Maybe another season, but yeah, minion Necro is postponed for a long time, I think. And even if I make a man down build and then not put Bone Prison into it, everyone's gonna be like, just use Bone Prison, it's so much better. And they're like, yeah, of course. But I don't want to use like all these bug builds and stuff like that either, so. Found 1 man down all the way to 100, really? I feel it's like super common, man. Yeah, I think I found at least 6 or 7 or something. And I even trying to not to loot too much, and I still almost fill my inventory in Ulder's Cave. For some reason, Ulder's Cave has so much loot. It's crazy. Like I always like if you actually loot everything, you can't. It's too many items. Yeah, what else? Wait, how did I get a 70? All forces crit resist. Boss might be a bit annoying, but let's see. Minions can be viable without Bone Prison? Yeah, I know. Actually, Macro Boy, he killed Uber Lilith with minions without Bone Prison. So that's pretty nice. I haven't really seen it. It can still be alright, I guess, but in general, I'm just like not really a fan of minion builds that much. He tried for 30 hours, yeah, exactly. I mean, 30 hours is okay. I guess that comes pretty close to like my first set of kill as well. On the other hand, I think Macro did it on softcore, right? And not on hardcore, so on hardcore, like the attempts are just like much slower, right? Because of the cooldown. So like more downtime on hardcore and stuff, but yeah, either way. I guess he had like a few hundred attempts or something. And then he did it, and he actually learned to fight properly and stuff, and that's nice, you know? Like most people just cheese the fight and never actually get to experience the fun part of it, which is like actually learning and playing the mechanics. And then they complain, Uber Lilith doesn't even give like good loot. Oh, that's not the point. The point is the challenge. Killing Lilith in 1 minute is fun. Yeah, exactly, man. I know. It's not like... not saying that you should not try to make a build that can kill Lilith in 1 minute. I'm just saying that if you make a build, most likely a bugged one, that kills Lilith in 1 minute, then you're just like robbing yourself of the whole reason to do Lilith. So I had a lot of fun doing it with Rapid Fire pre-season. And again with Chain Lightning, but I mean it was already way easier because I had already learned to fight, but you know, I can still get better. Yeah, I can cheese Lilith for a title and for a horse, okay. Especially the title is interesting, I guess the horse not so much, I feel. Even though the horse should be like the exciting part, right? And it's not really. Yo. He crashed into me and exploded. That's funny. Uldra's Cave again, I guess. We have another Uldra's Cave, and a Nostrava, and another Nostrava. Okay. Let's do it. Good thing is if you have like the same sigil back to back, you can just go back straight through your portal from town. And you save on loading screen. What's the most fun sword build for me? Frozen Orb. I like it a lot. Another Ulders. Okay. Shadow resist in this one. Shadow resist is not as bad as crit resist. Crit resist is really bad. Apparently it double dips with your own crits and then the barber crits. So instead of 60% reduction, it's like 84% reduction, apparently. And it definitely feels like it. But like also melee defenders, like 40% melee reduction. If you hit them in melee range and then your barber explodes in melee range, apparently it also gives them double dipping damage reduction. It's pretty crazy. I wonder like what other stuff barber is double dipping in, because it kind of feels like sometimes they do too much damage with it either, as well, so. Double beast thing. Yesterday I found, oh not yesterday, 2 days ago I think, I found double iron skin elixir just like that. That's crazy. Iron skin is like best elixir I think. Gonna assume that we're gonna return there. Usually it's connected, right? This dungeon. Only Ralph and Vocus. This guy has 31. I'm not sure when was the last time I put in my stash, but I have like probably a stack at least. Or 2 stacks at this point, just lying around. Just a raffle and Vocus. Blizzard's still the strongest aside from Hydra. As far as I know, yeah, Blizzard Sorg is the best, like, overall and non-bugged build, I guess, on the Sorg. Oh, perfect serration. $18 or 100? That was like group play, I guess, right? That sounds pretty fast. That's a pace that I can only dream of, I guess. That's like around twice as fast as I could do, I imagine, with like a really good build. Try harding a bit. Yeah, I think 40 hours or so. I think for Season 2 start, if they're not doing like any other further like power creep or like XP buffs. I mean, they just buffed us by like around 3.5% again with the season bonus. I guess maybe it's something more like 3. because early in the season, I'm not sure when exactly you get your season blessing online. Actually, it's not too late, right? It's like 40 around level 70 already. Yeah, I'd say 3.5% extra XP with the recent patch. Right above the season blessing earn. Oh. Yeah, timer is 99 to 100 right now. That looks like around 40 minutes if we're lucky. A bit more maybe. I guess if I wasn't sorting my loot and all that, yeah, if you just like rush, can definitely sub 40. I wonder how this would look like on a rogue, honestly. I don't think it would be much faster. I mean, at this stage, it wouldn't be very hard to do like plus 10 monster levels with a rogue as well. Then you have like a fully set up like Twisting Blades rogue or something, you can definitely go really fast. It would probably be better. It's not the best farm Nightmare Dungeons at my level anymore. It is. This is why I'm doing a Nightmare Dungeon tier 58 right now. Or I mean against levels of my monsters of my level. Well, if you can go higher, you do go higher, up to plus 10 levels. So you see these guys are level 112. They have a plus 13 right now. And my build is so powerful that the exact number doesn't really matter that much. And also another thing is that the closer you get to the 100, especially like after like tier 45 or so, I'd say, like roughly like level 90 plus, the Nightmare Dungeon nerfs start kicking in from season 1 start, where they like, you know, mega nerf the Nightmare Dungeons, the higher tiers especially. And the you know, it's not such a difference between tiers anymore as it is at the start. Like basically, Nightmare Dungeon content gets easier and easier the higher you go compared to the like that. Yeah, okay, that's hard to describe, but basically, yeah, the game gets easier on the higher levels. Because you farm high Nightmare Dungeons, and those high Nightmare Dungeons have been nerfed more and more the higher you go, compared to what they were. I actually wonder if like how much easier are level 95 Nightmare Dungeon monsters versus level 95 outdoor monsters, right? In outdoor content, you have level 95 monsters. And then at tier 43, you have level 95 monsters. So much loot. And then this will be more interesting to also like compare this to like level 103 monsters, right? And then Helltide monsters. Level 103 monsters, Helltide, are like significantly harder, I guess, than the Nightmare Dungeon monsters. Which is kind of hilarious. But this is how it be. Blue Chestman with double damage reduction mods. Crazy. Main language is English, I guess, these days. My native language is German. Outside Mondas feels like Blado. Yeah, I wonder why they nerfed them so much. Like, why did they like outright just like make outdoor content so irrelevant, right? I could imagine that maybe there's like a problem with bots and AFK farming and all that. And it's kind of like want to incentivize you to like seek out the actual like, you know, content type that they put in the game. Problem is we don't have many of those. And those that exist are really badly balanced. So no one wants to do Whisper and Helltide. Especially Whispers. I think it would be a good idea to also buff the monster levels in Whispers. Because you actively seek out Whispers, right? It's like your own choice. It's not like you happen upon them outside of like running a Nightmare Dungeon and randomly getting a Whisper sometimes. So why do I have to fight level 95 monsters when I do Whispers? Of course no one wants to do it. Autoradum? What is that question of Autoradum? You mean the language? Oh. I don't study these ancient texts too much. Instead I try to adventure and learn and create new knowledge. Why do you look different? I'm glowing. I don't know. Maybe it's the sweat from blasting so hard. No. Maybe it's just like the lights are not turned on as much. They have like a regulator. It looks high quality. Might be the shirt, I guess. What is my favorite beer? Well, to be honest, I don't drink a lot of beer. I don't drink a lot of alcohol in general. But I like the dark beers, especially. In my case, maybe Köstritzer. Although that doesn't exist down here. Oh, here we are already. Half the dungeon just TP'd on me. Couple of cucumber lagers and cucumber sour. Nice, let's go. You're gonna have that at WudiCon for sure.
Very good. Thank you.
I think we did an 18% there. Don't we have another one? No. Nostova time? Let's do Nostova. Where did that 70 come from? Why did I randomly get a tier 70 dungeon? From what? Which raffle? I have Revenge, the Corpse Heart, and the Barber. Doesn't everyone use Barber? Yeah, after they fixed Barber, yeah, basically it's like best in slot for every build. Or almost every single case. There are like a few exceptions, I guess. There's like Omni Power that is useful on Chain Lightning Sork for the single targets. So on Lilith, I guess, that's about it. Where I think Omni Power is actually better. But yeah, outside of that, I'm not sure if there's like any other class that actually doesn't want to run Barber. There's like maybe Kratos Barb. In the Kratos Barb guide, I actually did not put the Barber because you can't reset the Death Blow with Barber. On the other hand, it's probably still better to like not reset Death Blow and just like use the power of the Barber. It's so OP. Not counting the like Berserk Ripping bug with infinite damage. So of course that will be an upgrade. This game has too many damn bugged builds, man. And then people come in chat and say, ah, Barbarian feels so good right now. Strong class. Oh, really? PvP builds don't use Barber. Yeah, okay, I mean... As I said, there are exceptions. I mean, PvP is like so niche. But yeah, I can imagine that you might want to go like creeping death there because, well, it's like more than double damage, and I guess everyone who has like a proper PvP build has like Unstoppable in their build. So every time they press the Unstoppable, they just like die from your poison. Sounds good. I'm from Germany. Yeah, maybe it's not such a bad idea to not play PvP this season. It seems like really messed up. And there's also this like invulnerable bug. Apparently I heard it was fixed, but I'm not sure. I have not seen confirmation, but I heard it was fixed. That people can't become invulnerable anymore in PvP zones. So there's that at least, but yeah, with the hearts and everything, like in this like one-shot Fiesta meta, not sure if I really like it too much. Jumping into PvP. PvP would be interesting if there was like actually like, you know, some back and forth and stuff. There needs to be low level PvP. Like if you could do like PvP at like level 40 or something, that would be cool. Like no paragons, no uniques, no crazy shenanigans. Or level 30 even, I don't know. Even like level 25, yeah, it's just like get your codex basically and then go, or something like that. Why reap over splinters? Well, because I wanna press neither of those two buttons. Ever. But I need a corpse on the boss. There's one good way of getting a corpse on the boss. And it's not splinters. Find the balls, man. Wow. Trash build. None survived. Into the gutter. Just should put more focus on PvP. Yeah, I mean, if they have the luxury of actually having, you know, everything where it should be, and people are satisfied and happy with the game overall, then yeah, they can definitely like invest some resources in PvP. But I guess that's like priority like 37,615 right now. So I could definitely see them maybe like doing some small things for PvP though in like an expansion or so. Maybe gonna add some actual arena mode that people are asking for. Something like that should be like relatively easy to make, I guess. It would already help and make people happy. And like some balance tweaks, like, you know, like they have this like PvP buff in the zones, right? And that definitely needs some tweaking, you know, they have to like maybe add something like thorns as like a, you know, penalty there or something, and maybe they should rethink this dot bonus, because like the meta right now is like poison rogue, right? So there's like stuff like that. Yeah, hardcore PvP I guess could be an option if they ever make some, you know, non-PvE related PvP mode, like arenas. Then you could definitely do a hardcore PvP as well. Right now you can't just enable hardcore PvP without people dying, because there's actually like a strong incentive to farm the PvP zone for XP and loot, right? Well, mostly loot, I guess. Stopper. Doesn't the free have loadouts? Yes. No, in silico man. Thanks from us. Any plans for a new challenge run? Going for world first, greater of 150, solo self on hardcore is enough of a challenge for me for the next week at least. And the week after that we'll see. But if you're talking about meme runs, I mean, not this season in D4, and probably not this season in D3 either, because realistically I'm not gonna play D3 seasons like long enough to really do like a lot of memes anymore, I guess. We're gonna do the memes in D4, so in season 2 we're gonna come up with something, and we'll see. Maybe we're gonna do like community event again. Like, I would like to host a D4 event, like a race or something, and then we can introduce some memes there as well. I was going to do it this season, but I think now with the timing with the D3 season coming and all that, might just leave it. Maybe we're gonna do like earlier in season 2, so, you know, it starts like 17th October. Why not like, you know, first week of November or so, like after 3 weeks, 4 weeks would maybe be a good time to do such an event. Are we already at the last bar? That attack speed. There's nothing special about this attack speed actually. I have like an attack speed roll. I don't have accelerating, I have nothing. Yeah. That's the second best build for Rogue after DB. That's Flurry Rapid Fire. Yeah, it's also super fun. It's my favorite, like, overall fun build as well. Definitely want to play that again. So many legendaries. You're more excited about a fresh new season start? Season 29 on D3? When you have for the D4 season that's like 1.5 months old? Damn. You might be the only one. Enjoying the new XP buff. It's not even out. It's on Tuesday. Do I have a build planner for it? Or a Flurry Rapid Fire? Yes. I have a build planner for it, I have a maximum guide for it, and I have a video for it. Enjoy. Exclamation mark Flurry. Oh, the guides you have to fight on max roll. Actually wrote it like a few weeks ago. That's one random heart I gathered here.
Come and see.
Stars there with crit resist, let's see that. Das ist eine Nostrava. Spirit is ready to defeat Lilith. Yeah, I mean, I was ready many levels ago, I'd say, if I wanted to try it a bit. Like at level 95, I just went in just for fun the other day. And almost first try, I just went to phase 2 and stuff, so... Completely, like, there's no practice and no optimization. Yeah, I think Lilith will be a joke. I mean, kind of expected, to be honest. This is Bone Spear. Bone Spear is like the best Lilith build in the game outside of the bug builds, I think, so... It should be easy, hopefully. Spiders. Let's go. Okay, nice fall first. I guess that'll be the last run. Or maybe this is the last run already. Almost there. Let's see. I think about world PvP instead of Fields of Hatred. Yeah, I think that would be a lot more interesting if like there was like some way or some mode or at least some events or something like that where PvP is just on everywhere for everyone. Like, okay, it has to be opt-in, you know, but it would be cool. The music is too loud. Oh, damn, sorry. Let's do the circle. Maybe you can finish here. You there. I guess you can finish after all.
I can't leave my friends here.
Can't leave my friends here. Not like this. This part is when she's like here, outside of the zone for some reason. And she survives because she never fights anything. Almost the only way to master this. Well, in this dungeon for sure is the only way, I think. Because of the poison pool there. That's it. Honestly, I'm not really sure how good the last stand events are actually after these Nightmare Dungeon buffs. Maybe they're not that good anymore. The healing wells are still pretty nice. The bursts are pretty nice, but I'm not sure about the last stand event. Is it really worth it? Maybe. In the bad dungeons, or when you need sigils and stuff. That was a nice song though. I like this one. The Rude Bone Storm. Is it enough? How much do we get from the completion? Probably not like this enough. I did the event because of that, but maybe here. Not a single healing well actually on this entire 99 to 100 run. And one cursed chest. That seems a bit like too little. But okay. Oh. Was dodging, man, the boss. There goes my resources. Well, I guess like 1 more minute of like doing a random dungeon, so 45 after all, huh? Which class to play? I can't decide. Well, I can toss a coin or something, spin a wheel. Many ways to do it. Okay, here comes the last one, I guess. Bleed bomb is working as intended. Keck. Oh, we have Sailor 2004 and Sailor 87. Yeah, I can recommend you Rogue. Rogue is always fun. And if you don't like the build you're playing on your Rogue, you just take another build and they're all good. That's the beauty of Rogue. Which is good. So quite unfortunate timing here with the loading screens and stuff. If you look at the level to level timer. Yeah, 45 minutes. Pretty nice. Maybe 46 now. Yeah, and this is the longest level. The levels just get longer and longer, basically, very slightly, from 70 on. So at least when you're talking about like being in blast mode and not slowing down, plus you go to like Elias, the curator, and all that. Oh. Nice. Here we are. 46. Okay. Comes a cursed chestman when I just right before the level up. Lucky, I guess. Let's just put the last point there. I guess it doesn't really matter. Damage to injured, damage is the same. Okay. Yeah, I wonder how fast a rogue could do this. Like, we're talking about like the same luck and the same degree of looting. I don't know. Maybe a few minutes faster, but probably not sub 40. I guess I would have to loot less and sort my loot faster and stuff. Maybe we should like, really only pick the rings, amulets, and legendaries. Then the loot will be another like minus 1 or 2 minutes from this timer. But yeah, generally you still want to gear up. Like if you actually want to play a character post level 100, you still want to keep gearing up, right? Make it better. I don't really care too much about this, you know, I could get like bone crit on my gloves, for example. So this is like a bit of damage upgrade there. A few other like optimizations. I don't have resource gen on my second ring. For some reason okay. So there's definitely some stuff missing here, like this one. It's like crit wound, it's pretty nice, but should be crit wound.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Resource gen in my opinion. Just to make it the single target more consistent and also later for like T100 and Lilith and all that. But either way. Not that I'm unhappy with my ring. Reached 100, what will I do? Yeah, I talked about it earlier. Usually the answer is T100, then T100 without hearts, then maybe like some speed farming to kind of see where's like the comfortable level, then Lilith, and then in respec to Sever, do the same stuff again, and then this Necromancer is retired. I don't want to do too many builds on the same character. I don't really like save up too many items in my stash and all that. I think it's important to like understand the class or like understand the build from like the start to later. So usually I try to like maybe ping pong with 2 builds on the same class when I level it. Just to like, you know, see the progression, see how it feels as you go, as you find or don't have certain things. I did that on like a bunch of other classes and it was a really nice learning experience. I think just respecing at level 100. You don't want to really learn that much about all the builds. So I try to avoid that. So next time, for example, I'm gonna play like a Blood Surge / Blood Lance Necro and like swap between those two. Like a Blood Fiend Necro, for example. Especially with the overpower rework in Season 2. I was going to make that this season, but now they're bringing an overpower rework, so I think that's going to be very important. We also finished. Whispers, funny enough. Yeah, Howl from Below is a funny item. Need to try like a Calls Explosion build at some point. With that. But yeah, that was a nice one. So how long is this total for this character? I don't know. But they have like 70 to 100 is something like, let's say... Okay, can probably do something like 30 minutes average at this point. Per level. So like 15 hours, 70 to 100. Sounds realistic. And then 1 to 70. Can probably speedrun in something like 10 hours. 25 hours solo. That sounds a bit too good to be true. Might be a bit too optimistic. 30 hours. Might be 30 hours might be what I'm aiming for season start for the world first race in season 2. There's no other like large changes, let's see. But yeah, about Barber, maybe not. Let's see. We might have to do other stuff like the bosses, right, and all that. But okay, 40 hours. Let's say 40 hours maximum.
Bless and
That'll be pretty chill with like one time sleeping.